Hell yeah, we're back. And I'm in mono. I'm actually in mono instead of stereo. Should be able to see the OTP now. Yep. All right, and now we go to play. We finish off today. We save the game. I sent everything out, right? Let me double check in my own team's Discord real quickly. That I sent everything out. I'm not going insane. Okay, yeah, because that was a loss to the Regress. Sounds good. Sounds good now to me. Okay, good. Who is up now? I forgot. Seattle at Buffalo. Primetime number 4. Seattle at Buffalo. Interesting. We ready to see this one? I mean, who wouldn't allow this to be primetime? Honestly, I'd say it's pretty decent. At least for primetime. I don't know. What am I trying to say? What am I not trying to say, actually? I should keep yapping. But I'm not going to, because honestly, my throat's starting to kill me. And we have a quick sim minors game after this. Or minors game. A quick sim minors thing that after this, which, should be all fine and dandy, right? Right? I think that'll be today in sim is the 15th, right? I have to double check. Yep, okay, so after this. I think Iceman hit 1,500, 1,500? Did he? Hold on. Providence. Iceman. Pitching. Oh yeah, 1,500. Congrats, Iceman. Hold on. Writing that down. Negative 0.2 away. By this time in the sim, of course. Alright, manage games. Oh, oh, okay. Everything's dying and nothing is dying and nothing is dying and everything is dying. Hold on. My computer. Safe on the steal. 16th stolen base this season. Bookie Mets still at bat. 1.002 OPS. Interesting. Going for another steal. That'll be strike one and ball one. Pass on third. Bookie Mets just had to stare at the ball. And that'll go out on third. Swing and a miss for the right fielder Jim Hawkins. Gary McGraw tapped into right field, scoring that one, and that'll be 1 run scored for the Seattle Sea Serpents, the stronger team on paper, with 2 hitters over, point 300 average, and more offensive production. But who knows? Maybe Buffalo's more average out sort of production can help them take the win this time. And a stream song. Holding up on first. DW Dog Maple after the out from Whoop Whoop. High and deep! Well, the powerhouse will not hold this one. A 388-foot home, 2-run home run. Sahur. That'll be out. That'll be walk number 1. Jackson Cheerios tapped into the second baseman's glove. That'll be a 4-2-3. Aaron Judge. I thought he was playing in the MLB. What happened? High and not quite deep, as Judge can't quite push that past the infield. Goes down on a screwball. Strike 3. Joshua J. into the center fielder's glove. Good defense from Buffalo. Oh, I cannot speak today. I apologize. Homer Slamson. After Homer Slamson able to slam the ball, Homer Simpson walks though. Smirnoff hits that nice and deep in the center field. Holds up on second and third for Itsume Meo. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Whoop whoop. On the full count. And that'll be out number 3. Unfortunate. Tank from us. Swings and hits that one over to second, and that'll be an out on first. Pass now. Swings, hits, and out number 2 for Seattle. Bookie Mets watches that one fly on by. Jim Hawkins hits that one into left field. I almost said into the gap, but no, left field's able to catch that. That is Sahur able to actually run over there. Well, never mind. Hannah's stream song high and quite deep, but not deep enough to follow the passes zone. Dog Maple watches that one fly by, and that one's a strike on the 2-2. 100 power. Oh, Sahur. And that'll go into the glove of left field, retiring the side for the surge. Oh, Galen McGraw up next. Hits that one. Running back. Grabbing that one as Sahur. Bradley Wellerman Jr. on the plate. Oh, okay. Another home run. 399 feet this time. Seattle also this time. Tied in hits and in runs. Aaron Judge. Wait, I should probably move my mouse off the screen. Judge going to second. King Lock. And that'll be out number 2, I believe. Judge on third. Joshua J. Hit into right field, and that'll be out number 3. Cheerios will lead you off for your Buffalo Surge. Holes up on first after getting it through third and shortstop. Going for the steal, and good. Slamson just had to watch that ball fly on by. Hit that one, and not quite deep enough to advance the runner. It's past just having to watch it. Homer Simpson. And no, not in time. I thought I was in time, but hey. Oh, I know. Is in time. Was able to run. Beat out the throw. Smirnoff out. Itsume Meo. Swing and the miss for strike 3. Runners on corners, unable to be capitalized on. Tank from us. Between the glove of first and second. Pass up next now. slammed over to second and thrown in a 5-6-3. And Bookie Met's unable to get on base. That'll be out number 3. Whoop whoop. Into the gap. Whoop whoop. Some can say that's the sound of the police. I say that's the sound of victory. As he gets on first. Hannah's stream song, Wild Pitch, allows Whoop Whoop to advance to second, or to third. Stream song still batting, able to bring home Whoop Whoop and get on second herself. DW Dog Maple. That one flying on by. Another thingy. I'm just gonna call it a thingy. Dog Maple out. Solar also out. I believe that's out number 2. Jackson Cheerios watches that one in a full count walk. Homer Slamson. And that'll be out number 3. Slamson unable to slam that much farther than the infield. Jem Hawkins through first base. Whoop Whoop unable to catch that and holds up on first as Hawkins. Gator McGraw up high and into the right field. Bradley Wellerman Jr., the shortstop of this team, swing and a miss. Judge and taps it. That'll be out number 3. Surge in front still 3-2 as Homer Simpson takes a bat as your leadoff for the Surge. Has the power but not quite the range as the contact hit falls short into Pass's glove. Samir enough up the middle and good as he holds up on first. Hitsume Mail tapped. That'll be a play made from 5-6. No, from 4-6. Whoop whoop. Oh, Mail going for the steal. And steal collected. Whoop whoop taps that one. I'm unable to beat out the throw. It's unfortunate, but hey. A man left behind on base as Mayo gets on second, and we see a steal. That's fine. King Lock misses that one. Joshua J. Strike, and the circle change gets him on that one. Tank from us. Swing and a miss as well. Buffalo Surge looking to keep their lead, possibly. Hopefully. Had a stream song out here. DW Dog Maple taps that one into the gap. Powers through to second. Sahur. One out, one on, checks the swing. And held up in time. Ball 2. Safe on third is Dog Maple. Belted between the legs of first and riding the foul line, going to second now. Is that was the ball, and now is Cheerios going to first, so second or to third. Slamson with runners on corners, watching that one. Runners, ooh. Ball 4. That'll be Homer Simpson up next. Belted over from I think 6-2 or something like that. But he was safe. Oh, he was safe. Smirnov now. That'll be out number 3. Oh, pass. Tapped up high and into the center fielder's glove. Bookie Mets over to Smirnov and unable to get past first. Jim Hawkins belted over to Dog Maple, and that'll be out number 3. Buffalo's Itsume Meo takes up the bat, and checked swing will be strike 3. Whoop whoop. Hit over to first, caught by first as well. Had a stream song. Not quite enough contact to get that too far. And I believe that was from us, yep, getting that one. Kaylor McGraw watches that one fly on by. And that'll be out number 1, Willerman Jr. Whew. Out number 2, bad pitch for strike 3 to Chase. Judge. Flying high, caught by Buffalo as Buffalo takes this win. And around the rest of the league for the Legends Conference. Sorry, I mean the PBE. The LCE, the Legends Conference experience. Esquire Limited with the player of the game and the win in the San Antonio Sloth win against the Detroit Demons. Wantani, the loss. Crash, the save. Nashville takes the 4-1 win, almost reversing the Sloths thing. In a 4-1 6-hit. Wait, no, it was actually minus the error, completely reversed. Wow. Takahashi the win and the player of the game. Long pipe the loss. How often do you see that? Basically the same. Wait, go into the box score? Wait, oh, oops. Oh, oops, sorry. Sorry, I'm tired. Ross, you rush to the box score? Oh, I did? Oops. Ross, you can speak up if you can speak up if I forget something. Sorry. Where is it? Here it is. Strikeouts. Do we love me? Well, yep, there's your thing. Oh yeah, it just does that whenever I'm away for too long. Yeah. Ignore it not existing. Was I on? Oh yeah, the Vandals with the 5-6 win over the Lunar Base Space Rangers, with Muffin taking the loss, Kid the win, and Del Vecchio the player of the game. Or Del Vecchio, I don't remember. 11-5 win for the Providence Crabs. Malbec the win. Thor Lord the loss, and Hurricane the player of the game. Hugh Jazz and the Boise Raptors shut out the Cancun Toros as Lee takes the loss, and Jazz the player of the game. Devere Vado from the Death Valley Scorpions in another shutout, this time 3-0 against the Toronto Pathfinders as Kit Maker takes the loss, and Martinez a save. Outer Banks will take the win against the New Orleans Rougarous. Schlegel Sun the win, Takashi the loss, Griff Manter the player of the game, and Shigeno the save. Louisville takes the loss against the Bruce City Bears in a closer one this time. King the win, Harper the loss, Games the player of the game, or King's save, and King the player. Did I say Kings or Games save? Kaleidoscope King the player of the game. Yeah. The State College Swiss Steeds see Chris Rice take the win and Hollis take the loss in an 8 to 2 uh, State College win. Player of the game goes to Chris Rice. The Chicago Kingpins' Marcus the Worm takes the win and Foe the third the loss. Player of the game is Famhausen. The Ranas will take the loss against the Florida Flamingos 11 to 7. Pete the win. Barry the loss and Shoelace the player of the game. And finally, to round out the minors this time, is the Anchorage Wheelers versus the California Firehawks, where Anchorage will run 7 times across home, while California only goes 5. Kid the win, Hammer 6 the loss. Waylon Okonomok the save, and Robin Banks the player of the game. How do I rate that? Save before I do anything. Oh yeah, I forgot Montreal had a baseball team. It's such a nothingness. Uh, Sometimes to have my throat feel like it's on fire. But like it feels like it's on fire. Maybe I'm talking too much or like too fast or something. I have indeed been talking for like 3 hours straight. Um Regardless of what the numbers say, it has just been me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die, some could say. And my wife is laughing at something. And to round out the, I guess, the sim for everyone here today, here we are. Maybe you're not talking enough. Um, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm not talking enough. I should talk a lot more. You're right. Everyone should have to suffer through my voice. um, oof, sorry, throat burn. Give me 1 second. I need water. Let's see. Yeah, to round out the Sims for today, Kansas City Hepcats will take on the state called Swift Steeds. I kind of want to make this whole story thingy, just so I can yap more before we have to quick sim through it all. The Bruce City Bears have been on fire for most of their games that we've seen today, but have cooled off later in the Sims. The Kansas City Hepcats, or no, was it the Swift Steeds? The Swift Steeds right now are 12-8 and have been great at home. Just from, you know, matching the 6-5 record on the road for the Kansas City Hepcats with a 3-0 1.62 ERA and win loss record for man person, sorry, other way around. And Map Busters, 1 to 4. Interesting. The Swifties probably have a big advantage on the mound. If we were to watch this, that would probably be a good thing to look at. But unfortunately, we're not watching through all of these. Louisville, on the other hand, comes in as a hot team, but neither side has quite the dominant pitcher. Um, I'm pretty sure if Brew City just gets going, we'll see them lock the hell in. Chicago has twice as many wins, and um, yeah, twice as many wins actually as the Emerald Armadillos, and Avery Time hasn't been the best, but against VJ Edgecombe, probably looks like a star. On paper, this could probably be the biggest mismatch to date on the mound. However, we've seen how Dillo defense works. We could possibly see something happen. The Ranas versus the Mingos, neither side's exactly convincing. So we should look more at the offense. And for the Wheelers Firehawks, honestly, again, hotter team versus middling team. Um, California's starter has been pretty hot or pretty good with the 3.41 ERA versus the 4.55 ERA, but defense. Defense does win games. And you know what else wins games? Simming every game. Ooh, interesting. Um, the Hepcats go 10-8 as they win over the State College Swifties. Super Creek with the player of the game. I forgot how to say his name. With the win. Um, who's this? Porygon 2 with the loss, and Serpo, I believe. No, Popo with the save. The Puerto Rico Ranas take the loss against the Florida Flamingos 3-1. Um, Canasinan with the win, Trenton with the loss, O'Callahan with the save, and of course your pitcher also getting the win, Daithi Kennedy Sanan. Malazensky takes the win as Bruce City wins 10-5. Um, the Bruce City Bears and just light it up in the first and just keep on going, keep it going, and keep it going even more. Gabzu, your player of the game, and Pim Pimling gets the loss. The California Firehawks win 13-3 against the Anchorage Wheelers as Rosado takes the loss. Youngwoo Jun takes the win, and Gamel takes the player of the game. And finally, the last sim with me, the Dillos lose 3-6 against the Chicago Kingpins. McCann with the win, Blowhigh with the loss, and Avery Time the player of the game. This shall be saved in the record books. And game settings, database tools, export to CSVs. You know what else we do with the CSVs? We push them. Or something like that. Yeah, 16 innings. Sorry, I'm not very I'm not very excitable. I'm going to chug an entire liter of water after this game just so I can keep my throat functioning. Ugh. Save again, just in case. Of course. Um, I forgot which part was next, so I'm just gonna do. Wait, no. I Ross, you've been in calls with us before. Can you remind me which part was next? Wait, hold on. Now I need to see this. What are you guys talking about? 16th. Oh, wrong thing. Holy hell. Oh, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I need to see the box score. Uh-huh. The predictor chart. Oh, look in the box, the score is in there, yes. Um, okay, hold on. Let me, god damn it, execute this. um, yep, I think I pressed okay. Yep, I pressed okay. I have nothing to talk about. So anyone want to ask the booth anything while the booth, um, yeah, fair enough. While the booth has a dead voice, does anyone want to ask the booth anything? Um, Something like that. I'm sorry, I'm not energying the energy right now. Which teams are your pick to win the champions in both leagues? In the PBE, I right now I'm like sort of because okay, the minors can just go to anyone. I can just say the lemurs, and someone would be like, "Oh yeah, I agree." And like 17 other people on the Bears roster, all of them on the Bears roster would just flood me with Bears forever. Um, and then if I say something on the PB, it's like, I mean, it's based off of like the past and what's going on right now, right? It'd be based on too much on vibes as well. Yeah, vibes. It'd be based too much on vibes as well. We're only on day 3, but if I had to pick someone, if I had to pick someone, I'd want to pick for the minors, Bruce City versus Louisville will be the matchup, as it always will be. A classic, and it'll be the Lemurs in 6. And then in 6 games. And then for the PBE, I want to say something silly and outlandish, like, oh yeah, Lunar Base versus the Detroit Demons, and then the Demons are gonna win in 7, but no, like based on the actual like, yeah, the Lemurs. Why wouldn't I choose the Lemurs? I believe. Um, but hold on. Mingos are coming back. I also believe that. Screw it, yeah. Um, what else? Nope. There we go. Just waiting for everything. Oh yeah, I also have to where is it? Upload after finishing. I hope anyways, last season in the minors. Okay, yeah, fair. It'll be the Mingos in 7 against the Bruce City Bears, yeah. Um yeah, and then I guess for the majors, my pick would probably be hmm, can I be biased for a second? I don't know if anyone said yes. I'm gonna assume no one said no. I kind of want Outer Banks to get to like just before the World Series and then not choke in 7, but like I want it to be like 1-1-1 or 1-0-1-1 1-2 2-2 3-2 3-3 and then 3-4. And then whoever advances from the Outer Banks series. Because I think I'm do I realistically think we're winning it all? No. But Do I think we have that chance? Possibly. I have no idea outside of that. Like, I'll come back to you. When's my next stream day? I guess week 2, day 1, since no one's claimed that one yet. So week 2, day 1 is next time you guys get to talk with me. I did not mean to have a nick there. And hey, maybe by then I'll have an answer for you all. But for now, no, I don't. What expectations do you have for your player this year? Oh, an interesting one as well. Um, I'm expecting my player to at least. Do you want my realistic expectations or my unrealistic expectations? Because I can give you both with a straight face. Because my unrealistic expectations are like, oh, like 150 plus OPS plus BSR, at least positive, um, at least 25 home runs, at least uh, a 418 AV, a 418 average, and 888 slugging, and blah blah blah. But like realistically, probably marginally better than my player's first season. Like, ugh, right now, you know, it's kind of interesting to have some attachment to a league and be happy in the league. Like, this is a first for me. So, like, realistically, if we want that realism, probably more like dead average as a player. And maybe a little bit less than average on defense, but still, like, dead average as a player. That's my expectation. Wait, I saw something about Outer Banks. Aw, it moved. All right, more waiting. You know what? What do we think is going to be? Who do we think are winning the championships? ATC this time. Ask the chat or air traffic control, just depending on if you're an Outer Banks aviator or not. The meteor, obviously. You know what? Fair enough. Barack Obama was a pitcher. Whoa. uh, the City Bears will be going all the way. Fair enough. But I'm just saying, if the Lemurs win in 6, I'm going to be so happy. Not for any particular reason, just because I said in 6, and that's just sort of my vibe, I guess. Oh, team record for stolen bases from Bazooka Slow. Interesting. There's no joke about the lemurs for me, so I have to like them. You don't have to like them. Oh, 1941 was when batting helmets were common. Okay. You know, hmm, God, I watched 42 on a plane. The Jackie Robinson thing. Like heavily dramatized, I know. And whatever. But still, it was something to watch and, it was baseball related. I wanted to get some baseball knowledge up. And you know, whenever someone steals third, I just for the for some reason think of saying hey, that's a 42 reference or something like that. So I try to make it into a reference itself. She's laughing at something again. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Maybe I've been spoiled by the speed of my laptop. I can only think of hitchhikers. Fair enough. Um, I don't know why, but hey, fair enough. Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Okay, fair enough. um, uh, uh, so planes, right? And have any of us been on a plane before? Out of pure curiosity, yes. Do you know this? Okay, what type of flights have you taken? This is this needs to be known. Messing international. When you're on an international flight, um, do you ever listen to the sounds of the outside as best as you can from the inside of a cabin, like 10, 10 kilometers above sea level? You know that sound, right? It's so nice and peaceful to listen to, isn't it? Or is it just me? Because it's so relaxing to me that I guess wind sound you could call it. The sound of wind pressing against a metal object going at 800 to 900 kilometers per hour. Very relaxing. Very nice. I guess that's kind of why I like, planes. Not because I grew up around planes or anything, but just I like hearing that noise. Maybe that's why I like travel. Or maybe I got it from someone. Someone passed down the travel lover gene. I don't think that's a real gene, I'm gonna be completely honest. But still. Oh, oops. There we go. Creating archive. That is an interesting thing to have read out. But still, like I like travel a lot. I think it's because of the sounds of the plane. Even if I get a little scared, like barely scared. It's also because I use like I don't know, Concord or stuff like that. I wonder how it is for athletes though. Like imagine traveling from LA to NYC for you know, games or going from, going from in the PB sense Detroit to the moon. Like I wonder how that kind of feels. I kind of want to listen to it now. I mean, I guess also what flight would be the longest? That takes a rocket, I know. Don't worry, I know. 17 hours? Holy. So if they built a hotel on the moon, hmm, they build a hotel on the moon. Hold on. What flight is the longest of the PBE teams? Minus going to the moon, because of course that's the longest. Cancun to Toronto, I think. Because Cancun is in Mexico. It's on the tip of, I think, the Yucatan thing. And then from Cancun to Toronto, Cancun to Vancouver. Why Vancouver? Um, Fair enough. Hmm, fair enough. New York's longest trip is definitely to like Death Valley or Cancun. I think same with Providence, Death Valley or Cancun, or Death Valley in San Antonio. Are you done yet? No. Hmm. Outer Banks is in North Carolina, so what would I guess Death Valley would be their longest trip? Um, And I guess it is Vancouver, but it's Cancun for or Vancouver for probably Nashville, Indianapolis, Detroit. Would it be Detroit or would it be Cancun for Detroit? It'll be Vancouver. Sorry for the Toros. It'll be Vancouver for the Rougarous, most likely. Pathfinders? Would they be Vancouver? Or would they be no? Wait, not Pathfinders. Who was it? The Demons. Right, Detroit. Would that be Vancouver? Or would it be Cancun? That would likely be Cancun or DV. Okay. Um, Indianapolis, because Indianapolis, probably also there. Same thing as Detroit. Nashville. It, it's like smack in the center of everything, from my knowledge of American geography, at least. So longest is probably Vancouver. Yeah, yeah, you agree. And then for Vancouver, of course, it's Cancun. Seattle would probably also be Cancun. I think Boise as well, because they're like Washington and Idaho are like neighbors. The Pathfinders would probably be Cancun or Death Valley. They're like 2 hours away. Yeah, of course they are. What about the shortest flights? Hmm. Ignoring lunar base again because moon. They put baseball on the moon, as Rin Penrose would say. New York Buffalo for sure. Buffalo. No wait, actually no, 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 no. Providence. Providence. Buffalo would be Toronto. They're about 160 kilometers away. And then Detroit and Indianapolis are about 450 kilometers away. And then New York to Providence is about 290 kilometers away. New York to Buffalo um, is about, I believe, 480 kilometers away, which, yeah, Providence is closer to New York City than Buffalo, which shows you how big New York really actually is, even if it's condensed into one small thing. Nashville would probably be Indianapolis, but Indianapolis's thing is also Detroit. So maybe like a no, I think it's just Indianapolis, and then Indianapolis is between Detroit and Nashville at like maybe 470 kilometers. The closest for North Carolina or for Outer Banks is probably Nashville at 1,000-ish kilometers. For New Orleans, it's San Antonio at about 820 kilometers. And the other way around, of course. For Death Valley and Boise, actually no, for Death Valley, it's probably Boise at about 1,000 kilometers as well. And for Boise, it's probably Seattle at about 850 kilometers. No, 810, 815 kilometers. 800 to 815 kilometers. But Seattle's would be Vancouver at about 225 kilometers. Same for the opposite, and the Toros would probably be closest to New Orleans because of uh, it's still 1,000 kilometers. But hey, unless we have sonic travel, right? So they could get there in like um yes, I am writing. She is spamming the keyboard. Stop it. Yes. Oh my god. Keyboard ASMR, hey. So like the most convenient road trip would probably be Toronto into Buffalo or the opposite. Or Seattle into Vancouver and the opposite. And then New York into Providence and then the opposite. Indianapolis into Detroit and the opposite. Indianapolis into Nashville as well and the opposite. And then Vancouver to Cancun is a, about a flight to Europe, which takes me 7 hours. So yeah, Death Valley to New York, which is about maybe about the same as Vancouver to Cancun, maybe a bit shorter. Same with Death Valley to Providence because they're roughly the same things away. Um, yeah, hopefully they get days off. um, I mean, I guess the least convenient road trips for anyone would be against a lunar base. Imagine having to get shot up into the moon. You just just imagine that. That would be insane. I guess also Buffalo Death Valley for mm, maybe around a 6 hour flight, and then Seattle to Cancun for also a 6 hour flight ish. Something like that. What about the most beautiful trips, actually? Um, like, I don't know, visual stuff. I I'd probably like, I don't know, Cancun. I think I'd like Cancun a lot. And Death Valley kind of sounds fun. Or Buffalo, Toronto because of Niagara Falls. I think, right? Sorry, I'm just trying to fill in the silence. Actually, hmm, yeah. Still streaming. I will. Yeah, it really does take forever sometimes. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm glad my throat's not dying anymore, but oh, it finished. Okay, hold on. Was it as soon as I left? Did it did it do the thing as soon as I left? Okay. You know what? Just for that, Boise wins it all. Oh, ow. You know what? Just for that, no, Vancouver wins it all. Yeah. Actually, no. Boise and and Vancouver win it all. There we go. But I was trying to remember if it was Vancouver or someone else. Boise and Vancouver win it all. Vancouver wins always, yeah. Needing someone to check. Needing someone to check index status. Should be updated to 16th of May. I mean, I guess I can also text Arya, but she hasn't texted me back in a while. Let's check index for me as well. Yep. Looks like everything's good. Okay. Good. Good. So, I'm going to save. I'm going to hopefully not die. Alright. And then, actually, no, there's nothing else really, Actually, is there anything? Actually, is there anything? No? Other than post-stream stuff, no? Alright, thank you for joining me. I hope you had fun. I know I did, even if it didn't sound like it, because my throat decided, hey, I like death.